ग्रथितां पुराणमुनिना मध्ये महाभारतम् अद्वैतामृतवर्षिणीं भगवतीम् अष्टादशाध्यायिनीम् अम्ब त्वामनुसन्दधामि भगवद्गीते भवद्वेषिणीम् नमोऽस्तु ते व्यासविशालबुद्धे फुल्लारविन्दाय तपत्रनेत्र येन त्वया भारततैलपूर्णः प्रज्वालितो ज्ञानमयप्रदीपः प्रपन्नपारिजाताय तोत्रवेत्रैकपाणये ज्ञानमुद्राय कृष्णाय गीतामृतदुहे नमः। सर्वोपनिषदो गावः दोग्धा गोपालनन्दनः पार्थो वत्ससुधीर्भोक्ता दुग्धं गीतामृतं महत् वसुदेवसुतं देवं कंसचाणूरमर्दनं देवकी परमानन्दं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुं भीष्मद्रोणतटा जयद्रथजला गान्धारनीलोत्पल शल्यग्राहवती कृपेण वरहनी कर्णेन वेलाकुला अश्वत्थामविकर्णघोरमकरा दुर्योधनावर्तिनीं सोत्तीर्णा खलु पाण्डवैरणनदीकैर्वर्तककेशवः पाराशर्यवचः सरोजममलं गीतार्थगन्धोत्कटम् नानाख्यानककेसरं हरिकथा सम्बोधनाबोधितम् लोके सज्जनषट्पथैरहरः पिपीयमानं मुधा भूयाद्भारतपङ्कजं कलिमलप्रध्वंसिनः श्रेयसे मूकं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुं लङ्घयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे परमानन्दमाधवम् यं ब्रह्मा वरुणेन्द्ररुद्रमरुतः स्तुन्वन्ति दिव्यैस्तवैः वेदैः साङ्गपदक्रमोपनिषदैः गायन्ति यं सामगाः ध्यानावस्थिततद्गतेन मनसा पश्यन्ति यं योगिनः यस्यान्तं न विदुःसुरासुरगणा देवाय तस्मै नमः। ॐ श्रीकृष्णपरमात्मने नमः। अथ अष्टादशोऽध्यायः। श्रीभगवानुवाच। So in this chapter, chapter 18, which is a summary of the chapters from 2 to 17. No new thing has been said in chapter 18. What has been explained so far from 2 to 17 has been, whatever has been explained has been summarized, perhaps given different labels and headings. And it starts with a question. Arjun says, is sannyasa better or tyaga better? Many of us who are students of Vedanta, even after long hours and years of study, we go back to the teacher and ask a basic question. Because there are two ways you can learn Vedanta. Why Vedanta? Why does it matter anything? Particularly spiritual, scriptural subjects. You can learn it in two ways. One way is asking questions. I have not understood this. Can you explain again? Well, music, it's like that. No, I'm not getting this tune properly. Can you play it for me again? What is wrong if I play it like this? The teacher will say, no, I want it like this in music. Okay. Whereas in Vedanta, teacher will not say like that. Vedanta, it says this is how it is to be studied. Otherwise, you will not get the benefit of it. Okay. You will not get the benefit. If you say, can I understand Atma as soul? He will say, no. There is nothing called soul in our Vedic culture. Soul नहीं कुछ नहीं है. Soul is some other religion's concept. Soul. Nothing like that in Vedanta. So suppose if a soul is Atma, then what is Anatma? Unsoul. Doesn't make sense. So even after 18 chapters, why after 18 chapters? Gita is over 10 Upanishads you have studied. You can ask for a question which is your basic doubt. So this type of study is called, it is called vichara. That means you are not just keeping it here, you are running it in your mind. You want to relate to it. You want to understand it well, not for explaining to others. When I was a student of Vedanta, the teachers made it very clear. You are not learning Veda to explain to others. You are not learning Vedas to go and debate with all these fellows. You are not going for any such purpose. It is for your benefit. If in the process somebody come and if the situation is right, you get done. But I am not going here to debate with anybody. It is for my understanding. Why should I understand? Because it relates to me. Vedanta comes and tells you, you are Ananda Swarupa, Sukha Swarupa, Purna Swarupa. What is my experience? Right the opposite. Dukkha Swarupa, Apurna Swarupa. Anand, I don't even have basic Anand you are talking about here. So these kinds of questions are to be totally avoided. If you want to avoid these questions, you have to ask repeatedly. You have to repeatedly ask questions. Okay. And so he is asking the question again. The teacher with his infinite patience is answering all over again. Quite simply because the teacher has recognized an Uttama Adhikari. Once the Uttama Adhikari is recognized, the teacher and the student cannot go separate at all. Because the teacher has recognized the Uttama Adhikari and the Uttama Adhikari has recognized the teacher. वो एक दूसरे के अन्योन्य हो जाते हैं. They cannot be separate. So it's very difficult to get a student like Arjuna. And Arjuna will say, where will I ever get a student like Krishna? This is the kind of bond that develops between the teacher and the student. So the student is asking the question, which is better, Tyaga or Sannyasa? The teacher knows where the question is coming from. Where is it coming from? Arjuna does not want to fight. He is okay to fight, but he does not want to fight Bhishma Drona. If Bhishma Drona are dropped from the team and only Arjuna Krishna, Duryodhana came, he would have already finished the battle by now. Because he saw Bhishma Drona, he says, how can I fight with my Dadu? पितामह से कैसे झगड़े करे, युद्ध कैसे करे? द्रोणा हमारा टीचर है. How can I fight against Drona, my teacher? These thoughts will come. Imagine you are in the legal profession, okay, and you have to fight with somebody. You have to argue a case with somebody who was once your senior. How will you say, Naren? How can I do that? Okay, these are not unusual issues. Please let's understand. It was some people have translated Arjuna as a neuropsychotic problem. He was not psychotic or anything. He was a normal fellow, very normal fellow. Anybody can have this problem. So don't call him psychotic and all this. So initially he said, I will not fight. I will not fight with this paper. Rather let me be killed. Krishna tried to motivate him by saying, you cannot run away from the battlefield. Then Arjuna asked a question. What is the use of all this? Is there something bigger in life? Then Arjuna started teaching. Krishna started teaching. Because the question was, is there something bigger in life? Okay, that is called Bunyadi Sawal, fundamental question. Unless you ask the fundamental question, you will not get answers. Fundamental, अभी हिंदी में उसको बोलते हैं बुनियादी सवाल. Foundation on which your life is standing. So when he asked that question, Krishna answered. He answered various things. He said for karma yoga, he said bhakti, upasana, everything was explained. Nature of srishti, nature of yourself, nature of world, everything was explained. But very often what happens, you don't hear what is said. You hear what you want to hear. So Arjuna was constantly looking. मुझे यहाँ से भागना है. I have to go away from here. I want to go from here. I don't want to fight. I want to go. So is there an answer for that? That's what he is looking for. So when he was looking for that, so he again asked the question, which is better, Tyaga or Sannyasa? Krishna once again smiled. He did not give an answer straight. He says some people say Tyaga is better, some people say Sannyasa is better. These are the conditions which he explained, and if you want last talk, you have to listen. Having said that, Krishna says, this is what is my mata, my understanding, my answer to your question. There is no difference between Tyaga and Sannyasa. There is a lifestyle called Sannyasa lifestyle as opposed to a Grahastha lifestyle. In a sannyasi lifestyle, you give up all your pursuits, khana, vana, everything, you depend on, you leave it to, you don't cook even your own food. You give up your name, you take a sannyasa lifestyle, and what is your commitment? Karma. You have to understand, the buddhi must be prepared for Atma Vidya. There is a lifestyle called Grahastha lifestyle, where you do a lot of work, and in and through that work, your priority is getting this prepared, buddhi prepared. And you have to do other responsibilities. This is what I told you. Chapter 2. Lokesmin dividha nishta. No, chapter 3. Lokesmin dividha nishta. Pura prokta mayanagha. Jnana yogena sankhyanam. Karma yogena yoginam. I told you long back. So, that is sannyasa lifestyle. You asked about Tyaga, that I will explain. There are karmas which all of us have to do. Okay? And that I will explain to you. So that we studied up to verse number 6. Now we shall study verse number 7 onwards. Yeah. You can give up all, he says, these are depending upon your status, depending upon your position, you can give up certain things, you cannot give up certain things. But there are certain things you can never give up. That is called Pancha Mahayajna. Bhuta Karma, Pitra Karma, Deva Karma, Rishi Karma, Manushya Karma, you cannot give up. What karma you can give up? Whatever for your paid bharne ke liye, whatever, that karma you can give up. But these 5 karmas you cannot give up. Having said that, he now takes you to verse number 7. Shri Bhagavan Uvacha, Shri Bhagavan Uvacha, Niyatasya tu sannyasa, Niyatasya tu sannyasah, Karmano कर्मणोनुपपद्यते नियतस्य तु संन्यासः कर्मणोनुपपद्यते मोहात् तस्य परित्यागः तामसं परिकीर्तितः मोहातस्य परित्यागः tamasa parikirtitaha. So even sannyasi is of karma, giving up karma, all these are of 3 types. Sannyasa is of 3 types. Sattvika karma, rajasa karma, tamasa karma. Rajasa sannyasa, sattvika sannyasa, rajasa sannyasa, tamasika sannyasa. All time, again 3 divisions. Whatever is there, 3 divisions. He says sannyasaha. Sannyasaha here means renunciation. Not that dadi wala kavi vastra wala sannyasa. These are sannyasaha. Sannyasa means renunciation, chodna, picha chodana. Sannyasaha. Niyatasya karmanaha natu upapadyate. It is not proper to give up actions which are obligatory in nature. समझ में आ गया? There are certain actions which are obligatory, which you are not supposed to give up at all. So sannyasah niyatasya karmana natu upapadyate. Tasya, it's okay. Parityagaha, if you gave up, mohat, out of ignorance, parikirtitaha, it is said to be tamasa sannyasa. Let's understand this, okay? There are certain actions which are given unto you. Who has given? Your status in life has given. अपना अपना status भर दीजिए, fill up your status in life. What is your status? Father, mother, son, okay? Son of a single parent, siblings, okay? Children, grandchildren, nephews, nieces, uncle. Enough, enough. No, not enough. Boss, boss wife, boss husband, boss children, office security fellow, your car driver, the fellow who comes and cleans your house. There is a duty towards all of them. You live in a society, duty towards a society. You live in a colony, duty towards that colony. You live in a state, duty towards that state, duty towards a country. Arey chodo. You go to another country. You have been driving the car on the left side of the road. You end up in some other country where the driving is on the right side of the road. Can you say, no, 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 I will follow only India rules? In some countries, there was a guy, just 2 days ago, I spoke to him. He got an opportunity in one of these Middle East countries. Very good opportunity, huge, unbelievably high salary. He said, I won't go. Why? Because that's that country, or you cannot carry all those. He does puja. He has got a Kali, about just short of 8 inches. It's got a Kali. He does puja with the yantra. He says, no, no, uncle, I cannot go because in that country they will throw this away into the garbage tin even as I carry it. I don't want to. So you go to then that country that's not allowed. You can't do that there. No? There are obligations. So he says, please understand. Niyatasya, okay, yeah, yeah. Niyatasya karmana, giving up, natu upapadyate, it is not proper at all. All of us keep saying, when the pressure gets too much, very often people say, I will leave everything and go to Rishikesh. I will give everything and I'll go to Kashi. And what is that called? That's called running away. Running away from pressures of the family. And what you will say, I will run away and I'll become a Swami there. You cannot, you are an Asami, you are not a Swami there. You have run away from responsibilities. How can you be a Swami? Swami means you are controlling. Running away means you are running away. You are a Asami there. A Swami. You are not a Swami there. So running away doesn't solve the problem. You cannot renounce niyatasya karmana. What is your niyatasya karmana? Each one has to decide according to your status in life. So there's a person who was a regular in our class. She's gone to the US. Now their time is about 8 o'clock their time. So she says, I'm not able to attend 8 o'clock their time. She says, children, I have to do this for children. It is her business. But there are some duties which are enjoined. Early morning, you are supposed to go to work at 6 o'clock in the morning. You are supposed to leave home at 6 o'clock in the morning. A man will come for your pickup. Okay, you can't say 6:30, I have Manan, I will attend that. Because 7 o'clock factory gates will open. There was one student of mine who had an evening. He was an administrator of a small institute, training institute. The work started at 4:30 and will go until 8 o'clock. He will say, come what may, on Monday I will leave office at 5:30. They said, resign. He said, my guru. I said, the guru is there, man. Bhagavad Gita is there. But you are earning someplace. There is a duty. You are an administrator. You can't tell them you will run away at 5 o'clock. Mondays alone, I can't come at 5 o'clock. The contract doesn't allow it. So, niyatasya karmana sanyasaha Natu upapadyate. It is, you don't have a choice there. They are called choiceless actions. Okay. What are the niyata karmas? Niyata karmas. One is called nitya karma. The another one is called naimittika karma. These two are called niyatasya karma. You can also add kamya karma. Kamya karma means desired prompted actions. You want to build a house. It doesn't say don't build. But if you want to build a house and there's a family who wants to live in that, it's a karma you have taken on. You have to fulfill that. You can say, I will not complete, I will run away. Can't do all that. Suppose you run away from all this. You don't do this karma. See, once upon a time, running away was very easy. These days, you will not run without your mobile. He will trace your location. One telephone call for one Swiggy, you want one burger somewhere, it will trace you. You can't run away. If you run away, that is called an improper action, unwise action. It is tamasic karma here means unwise action, action without much application of mind. Who is he addressing this to? He is not addressing all those tamasic fellows, people who are running away, dropouts in the society. He is not talking to that people. He is talking to you and me. And we have been on this platform for how many years now? Some people have been attending together with me for the last, it's going to be 6 years. The moment I have it now, November 2026, we are going to complete 6 years. And some students here have been with me for 6 years. So as you're all mature students, and only a mature student can understand what we are talking, he says for students who are not yet prepared, but who want to prepare themselves. We are not jnanis, because jnanis means we would have not raised this question. We are all Arjuna. Arjuna means deep down, I want to do what I want to do. And I want Ishvara to confirm that what I want to do is okay. And this Ishvara doesn't confirm. He says, you have Sachai ka samna karo. He said, face the realities of life. I would be very happy if the Guru told me, can I do this? Bhago, bhago, koi farak nahi panda. I would have been very happy. But Krishna is not like that. Suppose Krishna had said, okay, Arjun, tum bhago, I will do the fight. Krishna is not like that. He said, your job you have to do. Okay? So that being the nature of the Guru, who is constantly looking at your welfare, he says, in case it happens. And then another way of teaching is, if you do this karma, you will get this benefit, he will say. If you don't do this karma, papam will accrue to you. That he will not say. The teacher will say, if a person, see, when it comes to pleasant, he will say, if you do this, you will get this result. But if unpleasant things will come, he will say, in case you do unpleasant things, you unpleasant results. In case someone does unpleasant things, unpleasant results will accrue. That is a way of teaching. Because we are all Uttama Adhikaris. The teacher assumes you are the Uttama Adhikari. He says you cannot give up obligatory duty at all. In case you do, it is because of ignorance. It is called an unwise action. That's all chapter, verse 7. Okay, let's go to verse 8. Why would you give up actions? Okay, we will see that. Tamasa karma, I don't want to do. No reason, I don't want to do. Boring, it's so boring. Hey, why don't you do it so boring? The mind is not even steady. It's going all over the place. Okay, now, second category. These are the people who also want to give up actions. Who are they? Dukkhamityeva yat karma. Dukkhamityeva yat karma. Kaya klesha bhayat tyajet. Kaya klesha bhayat tyajet. Sakritva rajasam tyagam. Sakritva rajasam tyagam. Naiva tyaga phalam labhet. Naiva tyaga phalam labhet. Okay? You want to give up certain actions because of kaya klesha bhaya. Physical strain, fear. There are some actions you don't want to do, no? My favorite, my favorite example is working in Bombay and traveling by the local train from one place to another, change trains in between. Kaya klesha bhaya, one koni maar and you're out of the train. Yeah, this fellow is brought up in a nice village where he gets up and relaxed lifestyle. He has to go and live in Bombay. I know so many people who have run away from there. Kaya klesha bhayat tyajet. You have given up actions because of kaya klesha and bhaya. Hey, work is very, very scary, man. There can be works which can be scary, very scary. I don't want to give examples. The works which are scary. Dukkha mityeva yat karma. Some karma give you more dukkha. Okay, we have an advocate here. She's uh, she's not an old. She's a young person, but she's studied with me for 30 years, very long. Okay, an advocate. She doesn't want to work in family court. Why? Dukkha mityeva. Yeah, others dukkha will occupy you. People, no, husband, wife accusing each other, cursing each other for custody of a child can hurt you. So if you want to give up all these actions, see the first one you cannot give an enjoined actions you cannot give up. In case you to give up these type of actions, what will happen is it is called that is also called unwise tyagam. It is not called an intelligent tyagam. It is called unwise tyagam. And what will be the result of that? Is this naiva tyaga phalam labet. You have given up these actions, but you will not get the benefit that you expect to get. See, by giving up, okay, let's understand. Why do you want to give up an action? So that I will be peaceful. So running away will not give you peace of mind. Even if there is an action which gives you a lot of physical strain. You say, I can't do it. Okay? And you give up an action because there is dukkha there. And you do something, which hurts a lot of people. You have to do people action which hurt a lot of people. And you give up out of that, compassion. The phalam, tyaga benefit you will not get. You know what will happen? Nobody will appreciate the fact that, let's say I give up my job because physically it is difficult for me. Do you think people will appreciate? They will say the fellow is a fool. He has a family. He has got so many responsibilities. Look at his father. He used to go on a bicycle to work and brought him to this position. Now he says there is so much strain. They want me to work much beyond office hours. Therefore, I don't want to work. Do you think you will get benefit? People will appreciate you. Or they will dub you. The fellow is a sickly fellow. That's why he's not able to go to work. And if you apply another job, what will you have to say? Reasons for leaving the previous job. You'll have to write. What reason you will give? Physically difficult. Therefore, I gave up. What will be the interviewer's comments? Cannot take physical responsibility. No, I had to take certain decisions. Let's say, HR, I am in HR. The company had to send off so many, not send off properly, give pink slip, ask them to go away from work. It was hurting me, and out of compassion, I felt very bad. They will say, not objective enough. You have given the job out of compassion, no? What is the conclusion? Not objective enough. So you will not get the tyaga phalam, you will not get. And when this kind of unpleasant results come to you, what will be your buddhi? Will it be happy? They'll say, nobody understands me. That will be one more solution. Much later, you will tell suppose next generation, not you. That fellow will say, I wish I had not given up, then I could have educated you here. I could have got you married into that family, this family. Regret. Do you want regret in your life? So if you give up your actions, if you take sannyasa, Means if you run away from your responsibilities, one, out of ignorance, second, out of pain, the result will be pain. You will have more pain. You will have your mind will not be free. Why do you need a free mind? Huh? So that you can apply your mind to Vedanta study. And why do you want to study Vedanta? So that you get moksha. What is the meaning of moksha? Moksha means dukkha nivaranam. If I get moksha, there is no dukkha in my life. Understand? I I know I fix dukkha and I don't have dukkha. The role has dukkha. Jnanam is the solution. For jnanam, you need scriptures. If you are for moksha, you need jnanam. For jnanam, you need a teacher and the scriptures. And what the teacher teaches and the scriptures tell you, you will understand only when you have chitta shuddhi. And if you run away from work, you will get more into conflicts. There is no chance of chitta shuddhi. Chodo gyan. You may become academically a person who can quote the Gita or scriptures. He will quote, blah, 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 he will quote. But strictly, zero effect. He will say, you need Viveka Vairagya. What is Viveka Vairagya? Oh, book mein dekh lo. Okay. So this is verse number 8. Let's go to verse number 9. Karyamityeva yat karma, karyamityeva yat karma, niyatam kriyate arjuna, niyatam kriyate arjuna. Sangam tyaktva phalam chaiva, sangam tyaktva phalam chaiva, satyagas satviko matah. So first we heard what is tamasic, what is rajasic, running away or running away out of pain and things like that is tamasic, rajasic. What is sattvika, giving up? You renounce with a sattvika buddhi. What is that? Karyamityeva yat karma. Okay. Karyam iti eva yat karma. This is my responsibility. Period. This is my responsibility. It does not matter if it gives me physical or emotional pain. I will fulfill my responsibility. Karyam iti eva yat karma niyatam kriyate. And these kind of obligatory actions which I do with a sense of responsibility. Okay? Responsibility. Achha. So now what happens? There are so many activities. All of us can think of that. Anybody. You are into social service. Yeah, forget social service. You are into, I know people who do various kind of service to people. Psychological advice, doing therapy, doing so many things. Advice, going personally serving people. There are volunteers who go to a hospital and stay there. And they say people who are coming from, people who do not know procedures, they help them with the procedures, direct them to the appropriate place. All that is done. Now, when you do this, obviously either you are not paid or you are paid less. Do you do it for payment? I need some reimbursement for my expenses, but I am not doing it for the sake of a result. You do it because it is expected of me, not by others, by my own self. I am doing it because it is paropakarasya karma. It helps. It helps people. Okay. Among people who have seen, people who are coming from the Sikh community. SICK, okay, SIKH, Sikh Sikh community. They do what is called kar seva. What is kar seva? I am doing a seva because I like doing paropkar seva. I do paropkar. And that kar seva includes cleaning shoes, cleaning vessels, vegetable cutting. Why do you do? Hari Smaran. I do it for that purpose. Okay? Now, that is seva. But what is the sannyasa there? What is giving up? What do you give up there? What do you renounce there? Sangam tyaktva phalam chaiva satyaga satviko mataha. Sangam tyaktva. You are doing paropakara. For what? Hey, people should say, he is such a rich man, He is so rich. But on such and such a days, he walks barefoot. There's a very rich man in Bombay. So rich and very famous. But there's one, they have this, Sankashti. In every two pakshas, what you call, Sankata Hara Chaturthi in some parts of the way, India. It is called Sankashti in Maharashtra. On Sankashti day, this person will walk barefoot from his house about 7 kilometers to Siddhi Vinayak temple. He says, I am doing it out of bhakti. Why don't you do it at 4 o'clock? He will do it 8 o'clock, peak traffic. What is the Sangam attachment? People should say, Itna Amir Admi hai. He can transport the whole of Bombay from this place to this place. See how much bhakti he has. This is the Sangam attached. और देखो खाली पैर चलता है. Famous man, she is walking barefoot. If you are truly sincere, walk at midnight. Don't cause traffic jam. At least. So Sangam Tyaktva, if you are doing any paropakara so that people appreciate, there are so many people who Gita pravachan, other pravachan. They say, no, I want a lot of people to come there. What? To appreciate my English and my jokes. What is the Kangam you have? Your objective itself is gone. Objective itself is not okay. So that you should be clear, why are you doing karma? The karma yoga. Let's call it karma yoga. Why are you doing karma yoga? That should be very clear. So, objective you list out. In your book, you list out your objective. Why are you doing karma yoga? Acha lagta hai. Good, but it is not the purpose. People should appreciate. Worst possible thing. What are you doing karma yoga? Because when I do karma yoga, I am doing sincerely as an offering to Ishvara, and whatever results come, good or bad, I must have the equanimity, samatvam, to take both the results as Ishvara Prasada. I may succeed somewhere, I may not succeed somewhere, I might not succeed elsewhere. I take this as Ishvara Prasada. Why should I take it as Ishvara Prasada? Because that is the way the world is. It gives me the viveka to understand the realities of the world. Okay? So goal number 1, I don't expect results. I mean, I do it as a, not I don't expect results. I do it as a service to Ishvara. And what is the result I expect? Samatvam. I do expect a result. I want samatvam. Why do you want samatvam? So that I have chitta shuddhi. Chitta shuddhi means I am not tossed between likes and dislikes, this side, that side. I had chitta shuddhi. Why do you need chitta shuddhi? Chitta shuddhi will give me jnana yogyata prapti. Why do you need jnana yogyata? So that jnanam will come to me and I will be able to retain that jnanam. And what jnanam you want? Moksha. What is moksha? Again, not running away to Bhagwan's loka. That is not moksha. Moksha is understanding I am Satyam Jnanamanantam Brahma. Aham, that Purna Swarupa. I am that Ananda Swarupa. This is only a body. I have concluded that I am Dukkha Swarupa. I am Apurna Swarupa. I am Ajnani. I am looking at the reflection and I have concluded that I am no good. In and through the reflection, I say this is only a reflection, abhasa, but in reality, I am Ananda Swarupa. For that, I need a prepared buddhi. So, what's your goal? Moksha. What is moksha? Knowing your Swarupa. And how will I know my Swarupa? Through Shastra and Guru Upadesha. And for understanding and the Shastra and Guru Upadesha, I need Chitta Shuddhi. I need Samatvam. Samatvam will come to me when I have Prasada Buddhi. And Prasada Buddhi comes if I do Seva with Ishvara Arpana Buddhi. If you are clear about it, you are a Karma Yogi. समझ में आ गया? How clear ना? All Ishwaras, Krishnas and teachers. Okay? Now, when you do Karma Yoga, you do two kinds of benefits. You will get spiritual benefit also. Why? That's a primary benefit. You will get a spiritual benefit. You will also get some material benefit. People will say, what a good man he is, or a good woman she is. Devta and Devta. He does not speak ill of anybody. And you spend so much of money from out of your pocket feed that people will come and pour money into. Sir, आप बस इशारा कीजिए, हम trust चलाएंगे. I will spend crores of rupees. You just do this activity, sir. This is material benefit. Sangam tyaktva, you will not get attached to material benefit. Spiritual benefit I want. I want chitta shuddhi. But along with that जो मिलता है ना, perquisites, I don't want that. If it comes to me, I will handle it like I will take only what is necessary. If people have come to my Swamiji and so, Swamiji, you are doing so much of work. We will establish an international foundation of you for you. The capital will be $1 billion. $1 billion कितना होता है? Some 10,000 more crores. I will establish a foundation for you, Swamiji. And Swamiji's reply was, whenever I need you, I will call you. Thank you very much. You are so kind to make this offer. Phalam Sangam Tyaktva. He has given up attachment to the material results. He has given up attachment to the material results. Take it a little closer. You are doing your office work. You are doing your business. Can you give up your Sangam Tyaktva, Phala Sangam Tyaktva? You are drawing a graph. This year, my profit should go up by this much. My profit should go up by this much. My salary should. Are you not giving? Can you give up all that? So let's be realistic. Nobody says you have to give up all this. I want the company graph to grow. I want to earn more salaries. And if 15 people are attending today, I will be very happy if 200 people attend. Okay. And then the problem is then when I do all this, 200 people attend me, 200 more messages on a daily basis. Everybody will form a group. One Bhopal group, then one Bhopal group, one Lucknow group, one not now Lucknow group. So many groups will form. You have to answer to all those groups. What does it clear? Anxiety. I don't reply to a group. Sir, you saw my blue tick, but you did not reply to my query, sir. So you don't like Bhopal group, you like only Bangalore group. My problems have started. Material benefit. You have to free yourself from what is that? Anxiety related to the results of your action. It is not just spiritual, it happens every day. See, once a week we run a program. There are a couple of places where I run some music programs. Okay. So in one program I skipped 3 weeks because I said I'm not well, the throat is not well. I wished I had better done the program. Okay, this is not a Goa group, this is another group. I skipped the group because three sessions because my throat was not well. I had a feeling that I better do the group because I had to answer 20 people every day, sir. What is wrong with your throat, sir? Remember answering, imagine answering 20 people. What is the nature of the throat after 1 week? I wish that hereafter I will not cancel any talk. Okay. Or we do a program, somebody say, how was my singing, sir? Singing, sir. So that time, I pray to Ishvara, give me a lot of vairagyam. Because you have to listen to something called music, but not music at all. You have to say, give me so much viveka, vairagya, so that I am able to stand all this pain. So even in ordinary work, anxiety takes over. You have invested money according to dharma properly, but your anxiety has taken over. Because anxiety has taken over, you have lost your peace of mind. Anxiety has taken over. When I say phalam sangam tyaktva, do your karma one as paropakara. Detach yourself from material benefits. Detach yourself from expectation of material benefits. Third, detach yourself from anxiety. Your job is to educate your children. Okay, will you get admission? Uske baad will you get free yourself from that anxiety. How to free yourself? It will not go away like that. You push it out, it comes back inside strongly. You have to say, Ishvara Arpana. Ishvara, I have done my best. I pray to you. What is not in my hands, I leave it to you. Do my best. Leave unto him the rest. An amazing quote. Calls for Viveka, calls for Vairagya. So these three verses talk about it. Then we will talk a little more about the phalam and things like that in the next few verses. Om Namah Shivaya. We'll meet again next week. स्वस्ति प्रजाभ्य परिपालयन्तां न्यायेन मार्गेण महिं महिषाः गोब्राह्मणेभ्यः शुभमस्तु नित्यं लोका समस्ता सुखिनो भवन्तु काले वर्षतु पर्जन्यः पृथिवी सस्यशालिनीं देशोऽयं क्षोभरहितः ब्राह्मणाः सन्तु निर्भया सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः सर्वे सन्तु निरामया सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत् असतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्योर्मा अमृतङ्गमय ॐ पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते ॐ शान्तिः 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 श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः हरि ओम। सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज की जय हो, स्वामी सिंहानंद महाराज की जय हो, स्वामी दयानंद
जय
महाराज
गुरु।
की जय हो, सब संतों की जय हो। भोले शंकर, राधे 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 कृष्ण, राधे कृष्ण। There's an announcement tomorrow evening. I'm giving a talk. I'll give you the link and all in the groups. I will definitely put it there. There's a link where I'll be telling some stories. I'll be telling stories from Akbar, Akbar Birbal ki Gatha. So it's for a storytelling group. And I will not just be telling a story. We will learn a little bit of wisdom. And for us Vedanta students, we will learn Viveka, Vairagya, repartee, कैसे जवाब देना है, वाक tapas, where to speak, where not to speak. All this for our Vedanta students. And for others who want entertainment, उनको वो भी मिल जाएगा. In fact, you will get a
Sir,
small
what time?
example. I am perhaps
What time, sir?
6:30 or 7. I will tell you the time. I'll put it in the group.
Please, sir,
You
please 7.
Okay, 7 p.m. I will tell them 7 p.m. Because advantage of
Thank you.
this listening to this is, one advantage will be you develop the capacity to that vak chaturyam you develop. You should know how to
Hmm.
talk to various groups, how to argue, how not to argue, where to keep silent. So we'll do all this tomorrow. Anybody who has the time and who is interested can join. Om Namah
Yes,
Shivaya.
sir.
Jai Shri
7. Thank you.
Om. Om.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Jai Shri Krishna.
Thank you, sir.
Om. Om.
Thank you, sir.